Alright guys, welcome to another Put the Power Down video. Today's video is basically just going to be me giving you guys my first car review ever in a Hyundai Veloster Turbo Rally Edition. And my first job here is to not stall it like I have twice. And it is not the hardest car ever to drive, but I'm not used to driving other people's cars like that. So we're going to get going here. And let's go ahead and start off with a small acceleration uphill. Definitely gets up and goes. First impressions, I do like the induction note. Now exhaust could be a little louder. A lot of cars, there are very few cars that have loud exhaust systems from the factory. Probably two of the cars that can come to my head that sound fine from the factory are Shelby GT500 or Shelby GT350 and the new Corvettes and Camaro. Sound pretty decent from the factory. First impressions driving this car, I do like the steering wheel. The weight of the steering is actually similar to what mine would be probably in normal or sport, so it's not the heaviest thing, but it feels comfortable enough to drive in everyday use. The car's styling, in my opinion, is very nice. I like how there is 3 doors, which is kind of unique. And hold on, just give me a second, we're about to hit some turns here, and I'll fill out the handles. This car is lowered. This thing gets around turns pretty decent. Definitely a fun car to drive. Now, when Hyundai was developing this car, it seems that they were targeting basically the younger crowd. So people around my age. Now, someone older could buy this car by any means, but it feels like it's definitely targeted towards the younger crowd with the styling, the way the seats are. The car is actually in matte blue, and I definitely like how this car has the accents within the car. That really gives you that vibe of sportiness. Now this car does, like, the road that we're on is not the smoothest, but I do feel like this car likes to move a lot, but I do feel like I'm nicely planted to the ground. In my car, I feel like I'd be floating. And this car does have torque vectoring, I do believe. And I do feel that in the steering wheel. This thing is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so basically for the next part of the video, after you just saw me driving, kind of getting on a car, I wasn't trying to beat it up because it's not my car. I have Joseph beside me. He's the owner of this fine car right here, and I basically wanted him to talk and explain to you guys what he did to the car, how he feels about the car, and all that type of stuff. So exactly, could you explain to us what your mods are on the car and stuff like that?
So pretty much, I haven't really done anything on the engine. I've really just done a lot of like exterior things, and I've put in a splitter, spacers, mud flaps, tinted the fog lights, and for the most part, that's about it. And lowering springs too.
So like I did mention, he just mentioned that this car is lowered, and I can definitely feel that going around corners, like I did say earlier. The car feels nice and planted, especially compared to mine. Now I know our cars don't really, I guess, compete with each other in the market or anything like that, but it is definitely something to know. Like I'm saying, this car feels planted to me now. Now, a lot of people compare this to, I guess, the Fiesta ST or something like that, because they're around the same power. But honestly, in my opinion, even though I have not driven them, I would guess this thing could probably could compete with the Civic Si a lot better than what people would think are the Focus ST, somewhere up there. Still hot hatches and stuff like that. Both they're all front row drive cars. And also, you have mud flaps on the car? Did you mention that? All right, yeah. So he basically has this really nice stance going on that I would like my car to have personally. And honestly, I probably would do everything. If this is my car, I would probably do everything that he has done in the car. And you said that you wanted to do boiler axle back system on the back of your car?
Yeah, I'm looking at putting that in about late May, early June. Just right now, don't really have the money for it, but hopefully by then I'll have the money for it, and I'm really excited about it.
So this is definitely a nice car to drive. Now, what's some of your favorite things that you like about it as far as handling and, well, everything really, not even just one certain thing?
Yeah, like you said, like I really do like the handling. I really do feel like it like sticks to the ground real well. Since I kind of put the springs in, it feels a little soft, but it's really not that bad. Probably one of my favorite things I've done to the car is my splitter. Like I felt like I had like a really like stubby front end, and the splitter kind of gave it like a more kind of like elongated look, and I really do like it a lot.
While I have Joseph right here beside me, we're about to go ahead and get on the power and go down this hill, so we'll be assisted by gravity and get another pull in. Some spin. Traction control did kick in, I saw the light. Is nice, man. Alright, Joseph, thank you for allowing me to review your car. This is my first review, and this is definitely something. I honestly didn't go into this review with too many impressions because I did not know exactly enough about this car, really what to think about it. I kind of knew basically like power numbers and some small stuff, but it's definitely a nice car that you have, and thanks a lot.
Yeah, anytime, man.
At least you were like prepared.
Yeah, I was ready for it. Like I saw your hand, I was like,
yeah. Alright,
I got no clue where we're at. I was sitting here thinking like, yo,
no clue?
where am I? I'm like, yo, I'm back in like the sticks right now. I feel like I'm back in like the middle. I feel like I'm in Mount Pleasant.
A lot of these roads, I mean, they're not like super curvy.
No,
they're like for, I guess, my car in a way, or like my driving preference. I like to big sweepers, small turns. Some of them are like stupid curvy, but dude, I could imagine this thing with some freaking exhaust, man. I could feel it.
I could dig this thing with like some more power, a little bit more front end. You know, I kind of want to like stick to the seat a little more.
Because what I've noticed, or not noticed, what I've seen really is like cars with anything like front wheel drive. Honestly, past 300 wheel. Is kind of, I guess, hard to manage, yeah, in a way. And like, same thing, like once you get rear wheel drive cars, it's like, if you're pushing 1,000, you gotta have stickies, and you can only go straight, like.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like even like when you did a little pull up there, like you're still spinning tires a little, and like I'm only pushing 200, so you had another 100 of that, like you're just gonna spin all the way through first and potentially second.